What's up guys, and welcome to Tommy's Reptiles. In today's video, I'm going to show you an easy and affordable way to set up a tortoise tub for a baby tortoise. I ran into a huge problem caused by such a small tortoise. The reason I need to make this enclosure is because I built this big boxy enclosure and I found out it didn't fit in my reptile room. I had no space for it. So I had to improvise, which is what we do as reptile keepers. We improvise, adapt, and overcome. So let's find a space in my reptile room to put this tortoise tub. Looking inside the reptile room, it seems obvious that there's only one spot for this baby tortoise enclosure, and it's right here. Now let's get started on building the world's cheapest tortoise enclosure. I ran to Home Depot, of course. First thing I needed was one of these cement mixing tubs. $7.97 only. Can't beat that price. Next was a cheap flower pot for just under $5. I got back home and now I'm just checking on my baby elongated tortoise named Cucumber and just wondering if he's ready for the big move. Before we start, let me show you how small and cute Cucumber is right now. So tiny. So here's the tortoise tub. We're gonna put the tortoise tub down here, and the next step is we're gonna take the substrate from here and put it in here because this is fresh substrate and this footprint is much bigger than the cement mixing tub. So we're gonna move some of that to here. And like I said, it's just temporary. This guy's only gonna be in it for probably a month or two, and then I'll move him outside. So let's move this to this. Okay, we filled up the cement mixing tub with the substrate. Now all we have to do is transfer the water bowl. I'll probably leave his little tunnel because he likes to play in there, and then this nice heat rock that absorbs some heat, and sometimes my tortoise will just lay right on that. But this hide is too big for this tortoise tub. I'll show you. If I put this in here, you'll have no space to go anywhere. So we're gonna custom make our own little tortoise hide. And that's where this flower pot comes in handy. We're gonna flip it upside down, and then I'm gonna try to cut this into a little hole so it'll be a tortoise cave and it'll hold humidity well. So if the tortoise needs more humidity, he'll go in his little tortoise cave. He's already excited. How do you cut a flower pot, you might ask? Oh, well, I have no idea. We're gonna try the saw on my multi-tool. Hopefully I can cut out a little entrance. Not too bad. The tortoise cave. Now we have to make sure it's the right size and big enough for the tortoise, which I think it is. But let's just be safe and test it out. Perfect size. Everything's ready for the move, so let's put the tortoise tub in its new spot. Perfect fit. It's time to rig up the lighting. I'm gonna use an old 2x4 I had laying around. I'm gonna use a dumbbell as a counterweight. Then I'm going to use zip ties to secure the lighting to the 2x4. First, the basking lamp, then the UVB lighting. I'm going to throw on some extra zip ties just to be safe. Let there be light. Looks great. Now I'm going to give the enclosure a nice spray down to keep the substrate nice and damp for the baby tortoise. Adding the tortoise cave, the rock, and the water dish. And I decided not to add that tunnel because there's not enough space in this tortoise tub. It's almost the moment of truth. Let's go get my baby tortoise. Are you ready for the big move?
Yes, yes.
Here you go, buddy. Your new home for the next couple months. Now there's only one thing left to do, which is to offer my baby tortoise a nice little snack to ensure he's comfortable. Here you go, buddy. He seems very comfortable to me, crunching away. So I'm going to leave him the rest of this delicious crunchy green leaf lettuce and let him settle in. Let's break down the cost of this tortoise tub and how much it costs to build. $7.97 for the cement mixing tub, plus $4.47 for the flower pot, which equals a whopping $12.44. Sometimes in reptile keeping, you just have to think outside of the box. And you can save money while taking good care of your pet. I like this new addition to the reptile room. We really hope that you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching Tommy's Reptiles.